Trackwrestling.com here with Oklahoma State head coach John Smith, and hay is in the barn. Time to roll. National tournament. Want to go back to a couple of weeks. I'm sure you've been talking about this a lot lately. You guys, disappointing performance against Penn State. You rebound at the Big 12s, and obviously want to bring that momentum into these championships. What were a couple of things that you really learned about your team that you took away from that Penn State duel that you think will be real valuable this time of year?
I didn't. I shared with my team after that dual meet that they made a lot of those things happen. It was them, that kind of made us, not look like the team we had been. It's not always us wrestling poor. It's sometimes the opposing team wrestling really good. I just knew that we left a lot on the mat, and whether you can win the dual meet or not, when you leave something on the mat, it needs to be questioned, And for us, I think they saw that, and it gave us an opportunity to train over 10 days and really get different results, the results we were looking for. Not in the tournament, Big 12 tournament, but the results of a loss, and seeing the results in the room were improving. We got better during those 10 days. We focused on the things that were going to make a difference in the outcome of scores and individual matches, the outcome of team scores in a tournament. So, you just look at things in postseason a little bit differently, and you expect to wrestle your best. And when you're not putting that kind of pressure on yourself, then you don't get the results that you want. I mean, we got to put pressure on ourselves to say, I'm going to wrestle better than I've wrestled all year long. And if you can't deal with that pressure, then you're not going to get the results.
In the press conference, you refer to that attitude, and you talk to different athletes and different coaches, and I understand it. It's about having fun, letting it fly, and this and that, but you're a little bit more, that's all fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, let's be serious here. There is pressure. It's time to step up.
And it's not fun. You can have fun, if you want to
have fun next week, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's not fun. It's fun at the end. It's fun wrestling well. You love that, but you got to go out and do it. And it takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of times where you're not real comfortable. It's not easy. Sometimes it's stressful. And you just need to recognize that those are the things that harden you up. If you're willing to go through the process and not skip any of the details, that really helps you with having the greatest performance of the year. You got to go through those things, and they're not all, touchy-feely, smiley, feeling good. Some of them are really tough. Sometimes it's really hard, especially if you have an injury or you're a little beat up, or you've got your confidence knocked down from a poor performance. It takes a man to step up and be willing to make some changes and see that there's a performance out there that I'm going to hit that I haven't hit all year.
You have a very high standard. You guys have set the bar. You've won at all levels. You understand what it takes. Teams that win a national title. How good is this team? What kind of ingredients does this team have that give you reason for optimism?
It gives, through the year, it's the balance of the team. It's the 10 weight classes that we're putting a good kid out on the mat, and of course that always shows up in dual meets, right? You win dual meets. It didn't mean we won a lot of dual meets where we didn't have the best performance, but we had the balance in the team. Tournament is about scoring points. It's about putting people in the finals. It's about, if you fall to the consolations, that you're going for third and fourth, not seventh and eighth. That's the difference. You need to throw the seeds out, and wherever you're at, and expect yourself to perform above your seed. If my guys perform above their seeds, then we're going to be in the title hunt. And that's what it's about. Doing things that you haven't done all year, and it gives you that opportunity to win championships.
It's been a while since a trophy's gone back to Stillwater. I remember, not sure if this is a true story or not, but Alex Duringer is a Wisconsin kid. I was talking to his high school coach. He calls me up one night and says, "You'll never believe it, John Smith's in the living room right now." And he said that the line, again, you can answer this, he said the line that closed the deal was, "We don't celebrate fourth place trophies in Stillwater." Is that true story?
Well, I think it's, to an extent, yeah. It's probably true. I've said that several times. It's a trophy, but we celebrate great seasons. Don't ever make the mistake. And I've made it before where I didn't celebrate great seasons where your team came together, they performed well, they put it on the line, and if they fell short, that doesn't mean you didn't have a great season, you know. So I think that celebrating a fourth place trophy, you know, it's another trophy, right? You know, I mean, when you're at a place like Oklahoma State where you've won, 34 NCAA championships, and you know, where are you going to put the trophy? But make no mistake, we celebrate great seasons, you know, and we've had some great seasons where we did not win. And I'll never let those seasons slip away, and nor do I want my athletes to ever let them slip away.
How have you evolved as a coach from your beginning days coaching at this tournament to where you are now? What are some of those little things that you've learned along the way?
I think some of the things I'm talking about now, you know, I think it's, you know, you win 6 world titles and you jump into college athletics, and all you know for the last 6 years is winning. You know, you got to recognize that you know, there is athletes that fall short, that had great tournaments, had great events, wrestled well all season, was a great leader in every way. So, you know, you're just focusing on, you know, the good things of college wrestling, and kind of remind those your athletes that the experiences that you have, the good and the bad, you know, it should strengthen you as a man as you move forward, and should help you become a better father or a better husband, a better coach if you're going into coach, a better businessman, whatever you may go in. I mean, wrestling's the traits of wrestling and the characteristics that it gives us, it prepares you for life. There isn't any question. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of sports, but in wrestling, the challenges you have with making weight, with weighing in 21 times, with traveling, and with making sure you maintain your high GPA and following through with your degree program. There's real challenges that, in the end, can really reward you.
Looking forward to these next 3 days. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thank you.